It's 2:30. Time to meet with this guy. Who exactly is Dr. Kush and what does Dr. Kush do?
Dr. Kush. I am a dentist by profession, specializing more on the cosmetic side and implant side of dentistry. Born and raised, bred in Kenya, schooled here for my high school, went to India to get my undergrad in dentistry, and after that then moved to the States, where I was based at the University of California in Los Angeles for 3 years.
Oh, cool.
And then did my master's in aesthetic, well, what we call cosmetic dentistry and implant dentistry. And then finally made my way back to Nairobi in 2017, where I was able to start up this beautiful practice.
Tell me about your character, your personality. You know, people always say, tell me who you are. They're like, I'm a dentist, but you know, maybe you're unhappy. Are you happy? You know, what's going on?
So, growing up as a child, I was a very naughty kid. I think that was the personality that I started with. Just loved having fun, getting myself into trouble, you know, stressing out the parents to get me out of that trouble during my school days. And once I was sent to, I went to boarding school in India. I'm glad my parents took that decision to send me to a boarding school in India. And that framed me and gave me a foundation to grow up and get good grades in school and then move on to you know, a great dental university in the States.
So you're always sharp, but your parents helped you harness and
yes,
use that
I
into
was a good student in school, but that was not enough.
How long were you in school for? How much did that cost your parents?
Okay, so undergrad dental school in India is a 4-year program.
Okay.
With a 1-year internship that is mandatory. So you're looking at 5 years to get through dental school, undergrad in India. I believe it's the same thing that happens here in our dental schools here in Kenya. And after I finished my internship, I was lucky enough to be employed by one of these dentists who was based in Mumbai.
We don't believe in luck. That was where opportunity meets preparation. So probably you're meant for that.
Maybe I was probably meant for that, but that starting to work at that particular practice got my eye on what I wanted to do in the future.
What happens after you go to the dentist a few times? You know the drill.
Oh God. Personality.
How old are you?
At the moment, I just turned 33 in June.
Excellent.
Thank you.
What is cosmetic dentistry and how did you told us how you got into it, but what is it?
Okay, so cosmetic dentistry is more about things like smile designing, right? Patients who feel uncomfortable, you know, with their smile that sort of has influenced their lifestyle, their relationship, their jobs in a negative way. We're able to rehabilitate that to make them feel a lot more confident.
I want to take you back to starting the clinic. Just take us through the process of starting a clinic for someone who's watching this and they're in dental school right now and they want to start such a clinic from the beginning to the end, and also of course the cost.
So a dental unit, depending on you know, where you're getting it from, it could range from the price of just below 1 million shillings to a top range chair to almost, you know, 3 to 5 million shillings as well.
How much is this chair, doctor?
This is a pimped up chair.
Okay.
All right. It's an electric chair. Basically, when I say electric, most of the dental chairs out there in the world run on air. This one runs on electric. So all in all, just for this particular chair, it was ranging almost 5 million shillings.
One Oak Dental, interesting name. Why the name One Oak Dental? And then when you share that with us, tell me why One Oak is different from other practices, over and above the fact that you're sitting in a 5 million bob chair, of course. Okay.
It actually stands for one of a kind. How we sort of differentiate ourselves to other clinics. I think the first and the most important thing is space. The second thing is my photo studio. So that's in the back room where I've got these studio lights, you know, the camera is sitting right here.
Do you have like a teeth gallery at home?
Like a creepy serial killer.
Why should you be kind to your dentist?
Damn. I don't know.
I don't know where you found this. Because he can catch fillings.
Is dental health care only for the rich?
Dentistry is not expensive. What makes it expensive is neglect to your dental health. That's what makes it expensive. Same thing with a car. You know, why is servicing a car very expensive? Because you're neglecting certain things. That you have an engine light that is on and you neglect it. Every kilometer you run, there's an extra shilling that you're spending on it. Every dental clinic in Nairobi, in every corner, has different price ranges. I would say yes, we are a little bit on the higher side, but that's because of the skill that we come back with, you know, the environment that we're providing, and also the materials that we use as well. You know, the lab that I usually work with is able to give the patients a 5-year warranty. So in case it fractures, it cracks. You know, they're made of porcelain, it's like glass.
A good smile is priceless. That's the thing that I don't think
yes,
people...
it is priceless.
Yeah,
it
so
is.
important.
You can't put value on someone's smile.
So one of the reasons we're here today is to brighten my smile. My smile got dull because in my 20s I smoked cigarettes. God, I don't know what the hell I was doing. I thought I was very cool. I was, God, if you're smoking, just really think about your life. And it made my teeth dull, a bit yellowish, and even I smile. Most of my pictures, if you can look at my pictures, like even on my Instagram, I smile with my mouth closed just because I'm not confident and I'm very conscious about my smile. So mine was caused by smoking. What are the other causes of, you know, maybe making someone smile a bit dull, whatever? What have you seen?
So, I mean, the biggest cause of what I would call an unaesthetic smile, especially here in Kenya, is to do with a condition known as fluorosis. All right, fluorosis is basically a condition that affects the top layer of your tooth, which is the enamel. A high fluoride intake actually affects the enamel of your teeth.
Okay.
So what you would actually start to see is either brown pitting on the teeth, like little holes, or you'd actually see a brown sort of streaks coming down the tooth. It could either be due to a high intake of water by a parent that is then transferred to the child during pregnancy.
Really?
Yes. Or it could be directly by a child having a high intake of the same water.
So I'll have brown teeth before I get teeth if it's transferred during pregnancy.
And that's there was this one lady, and I still remember her very well. If she's watching, she'll know who she is. She came to me with the main concern of fluorosis. Visited quite a few dentists in New York to sort of rectify that issue. But because it was quite severe, she was basically turned down by most of the dentists. It took us about 2 months to complete that treatment. And I remember the final appointment, she was seated on this chair, and once we finished it, you know, and she was looking into that mirror and she actually burst out into tears.
I can imagine. Dr. Kush, what do you call a dentist that doesn't like tea? Dennis.
Oh, come on. If you were to ask me, how would I have done things differently? I think initially when I started the practice in 2017, moving on to 2018, and I was not seeing patients for weeks, I think I was not vocal enough. I was not advertising enough. I was not putting myself out there enough. So
my following is 25 to 35, and I also have a very big following of 18 to 25. So I like asking movers this question. What advice would you give your 20-year-old self today?
Vision your goals. You know, the money comes after that. And be very humble in what you do. My vision at the beginning of this year, which started last year, was to invest in a chair. And I managed to do that. Now my next goal is to probably expand a little bit more. We're working towards that as well. So vision that and you'll be able to achieve it.
Doctor, when you say vision, do you have a vision board? Do you write it down? How am I supposed to vision my goal exactly?
I don't have a vision board. I have a little notebook that I write down. If I think of something, I quickly write it down. It's sitting right there, right in front of us, and it always stays open. And the reason I don't close it is because I'll forget about it. So my book always stays open. You'll never see that book ever closed.
Keep your book open. Dr. Harry, there's a question we always like to ask here when we spend a day with a mobile. So it's a day with a dentist. I'm so excited. Hey, this kid is Leon. Hi, so we're talking Bali from beekeeping now with a dentist. If I become a dentist today, Mimi, come on, Ivy, Leo, will it make me rich?
Yes, dentistry and the dental world that lives around us is a money-making profession. But I don't look at it in that way. I always differentiate the two. Is it a passion? If it's a passion, you will generate the revenue. But if you're going to do it just for the money, your life will be miserable. You may not even know how to spend that money that you're making.
Purpose first, profit thereafter.
Exactly.
I love it. So yeah, I encourage you, don't just go and look at dental practices in Nairobi and then say, aha, let me start. Take a trip somewhere. Talk to Dr. Kush, by the way. Maybe he might be able to help you in some networks. I always say on this channel, if you don't ask, the answer will always be no. So if you want to start it up, I think exposure is pretty important.
If someone comes and asks for me, comes to me and asks for help, like a lot of dentists have come and had to shadow a couple of procedures that I do. I don't charge them for it. I don't ask them to do anything. I just ask them, just come, see. You have questions during the procedure, just ask me. And it's, I get a lot of pleasure from doing that. It makes me happy.
Yeah. Well, guys, so Dr. Kush, if people want to reach you, please remind us how it is that they can reach you. If they want to book an appointment, if they want to talk to you, how is it that they can reach you?
Okay, so easiest way to be able to reach us with, in today's digital world is on social media. So you can actually find us on Instagram at One Oak Dental. You can find us on Facebook, One Oak Dental Studio. And if you personally want to reach me, you can find me at Khushil, that's KHUSHIL _Nathwani. Thank you, Ivy.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. Looking forward to seeing the results.
Yay! We're gonna fix my smile.
That's gonna be very exciting.
My smile. I'm so excited. If you
and
made
thank you to the camera team. They've been very.
There. Damn! Guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've made it to the end of this video. Thank you so much. Leave me a comment if you have questions for Dr. Kush. Leave them in the comment section. If you want to say anything, leave them in the comment section. Share this video widely, especially if you have someone who wants to be a dentist. If you're someone who wants to be a dentist, guys, I think this is absolute gold for you. Until next time, cheese.
How do you get a job at a dental office?
How do you get a job at a dental office?
By word of mouth.
What do you call a bear with no teeth?
A bear with no teeth?
A gummy bear.
With all the pictures of teeth, and then you take them all, and then you take one big photo and you sell it as an NFT.
NFT.